worries. Thanks for your time. Pretty exciting night for Geelong United. Well, it wasn't until the game got started. How did you see the first round performance? Pretty solid from you guys.
You can take that.
I think it's obviously a win's great, and then I think that we played really well. I think that it's also we have so many areas that we can get a lot better into. So I think I said before the game that the strength of our team is our team, and it's not an individual superstar, although we've got really great players. I think we play really well together, and I think we'll just progressively get better as the season goes on. But this was a really good start for us.
Yeah. Is there any particular aspects you think you need to clean up a little bit based on tonight's performance?
I'm sure a lot of things. The coaches will go over a lot of film with us. I think we had, especially towards the end of the first half, like a lapse where they pressured us and we kind of we turned the ball over a little bit too much. I think we can clean up boards, being more consistent, just staying in our offence. I could probably say we can get better at a lot of things, but there's also a lot of things that we did really well.
Yeah. Were you happy with the response after half-time? It felt like the game was still possibly up for grabs, but it was a pretty strong statement early on. Did you see it that way after half-time? I guess what was the message at half-time?
We talked about that little lapse at the end of the second quarter, right? They went to a zone, they got up the floor a little bit and disrupted us, and we didn't play smart, we just panicked a little bit. So we talked about that. We knew that they would come out and really try and be more physical and aggressive against us to start the second half, and we just talked about being ready for that and made a couple of adjustments in terms of scout-wise, how we wanted to guard certain people. I thought we did a really good job. I think, Froling did a lot of damage in the first half and we held it at 2 points in the second half. I felt like we did overall a good job of looking after the ball. But as Alicia said, I think, to get the response out of halftime we did was great because sometimes those 10 to 15 point margins at halftime, if you start poorly, you lose all momentum and start to worry and they get back in the game. So I thought for us to be able to push it back out to 20 quickly was great. I think we'll tidy up a few things. We made some reads at times where we were forcing the ball inside when we could have found other open people, and some plays where we drive and draw two people and could have moved the ball to open players. But we'll look at the film for that. I definitely think the rebounding, we defended really well, but gave up 18-0 rebounds. I think we need to clean that up a little bit. But all in all, for our first game, and considering we've got so many new players, I felt like it was the best I've seen us play team basketball in the last 2 years. It was really, really good.
Was there a touch of the unknown as well, I guess, coming up against a new franchise, even though you know who the players are mostly? Does that throw up a few unique challenges, I guess?
Yeah, I think Chris, he was well aware of everything we were doing because we've sort of done the same stuff for a couple of years now, and we were guessing some of the things he might do, but them coming out and trying to trap pick and rolls in the first quarter, I think was something we had talked about may happen, but it's obviously still something we haven't practiced against a whole lot. So for the girls to make some good adjustments and move the ball well, I was happy with that. But you never know, mate. It's a brand new team for them as well. A lot of new players, different players from the Melbourne Boomers last year, and you just never really know what to expect. So we were very nervous going in, and I'm just really glad we've got the first game out of the way, and now we can keep working on what we need to fix.
And what about a general comment about just a new team coming to somewhere like Geelong? It's good for the league, I assume.
Oh, it's great, mate. They had a good turnout. You see out there's kids out there getting autographs from all the players, and I think Geelong's one of those places that are a special basketball town, so and sporting town. So I think people will get behind the team here. It's great, obviously, that Melbourne didn't fold and there's not one less team, and Geelong picked it up. So, I think it's a great thing. We're obviously a regional centre ourselves, and we've seen how successful that can be up in Townsville. So I have no doubt the guys here will get it rolling, and they'll be a force.
Do you think there might have been some nerves for them as well? Did you notice?
Oh, definitely. They've got a lot of players that haven't started in the WNBL, haven't played in the WNBL before. So, we had something similar. We played Sydney in 2 practice games a few weeks ago, and we won one game, and then the second game we lost because they were way more assertive and aggressive than us. And I think that was a big wake-up call for us in terms of how we need to play, and I'm sure Geelong probably will get the same thing out of this. So I've no doubt they'll bounce back next week, and they'll have a good season.
You think a 26-point buffer might have exceeded your expectations before the game started? That would have been beyond what you were hoping for?
Oh, no doubt, mate. I don't think I ever go into any game expecting to win by 20 plus points. I knew it would be tough. Chris is a great coach. I knew he'd have them well prepared. And as I said, they threw some things at us early in the game that, he did last year to us that we struggled with. So I thought it was good that our girls handled it better. And I don't think I'm ever going to go into any games in the Pro League thinking we're going to win by X amount of points.
If you were an assistant coach or something, what would you, not that you want to advise your opposition too much, but what would you say to a new franchise? It's round one, is it just a simple case of you're going to iron out the kinks a little bit with a new team like that?
Mate, Chris is a great coach. He's won a lot of champions. I'm not going to tell him what to do. He knows what to do. I'm sure he'll be all over it. He's one of the best coaches in the league in terms of preparation and making adjustments. So I'm sure he'll take a look at that and he'll be on it straight away.
Thanks for coming to Geelong. We appreciate it.
No worries. Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us.
See you later.